In the history of the Iberian Peninsula, a Taifa was an independent Muslim-ruled principality, usually an emirate, though there was one oligarchy, of which a number were formed in Al-Andalus after the final collapse of the Umayyad Caliphate of Córdoba in 1031. History. Rise. The origins of the Taifas must be sought in the administrative division of the Umayyad Caliphate of Córdoba, as well in the ethnic division of the elite of this state, divided among Arabs, the more numerous Berbers, Iberian Muslims and the Eastern European former slaves. During the late 11th century, when the First Crusade waves were carving out their territories in the Jerusalem area, the Christians of the northern Iberian Peninsula set out to take over the Muslim territories. The Caliphate of Córdoba, at this time among the richest and most powerful states in Europe, underwent civil war known as fitna. As a result, it broke into taifas, small rival emirates fighting among themselves. However, the political decline and chaos was not immediately followed by cultural decline. Intense intellectual and literary activity continued in some of the larger taifas. There was a second period when taifas arose, toward the middle of the 12th century, when the Almoravid rulers were in decline. During the heyday of the taifas, in the 11th century and again in the mid-12th century, their emirs competed among themselves, not only militarily but also for cultural prestige. They tried to recruit the most famous poets and artisans. Decline. Reversing the trend of the Umayyad period, when the Christian kingdoms of the north often had to pay tribute to the caliph, the disintegration of the caliphate left the rival Muslim kingdoms much weaker than their Christian counterparts, particularly the Castilian Leonese monarchy, and had to submit to them, paying tributes known as pariahs. Due to the military weakness, Taifa princes appealed for North African warriors to come fight Christian kings on two occasions. The Almoravids were invited after the fall of Toledo, and the Almohads after the fall of Lisbon. These warriors did not in fact help the Taifa emirs but rather annexed the lands to their own North African empires. Taifas often hired Christian mercenaries to fight neighboring realms. The most dynamic Taifa, which conquered most of its neighbors before the Almoravid invasion, was Seville. Zaragoza was also very powerful and expansive but inhibited by the neighbor Christian states of the Pyrenees. Zaragoza, Toledo, and Badajoz had previously been the border military districts of the Caliphate. List of Taifas. First period. After the fall of the Caliphate of Córdoba in 1031, about 33 taifas were independent after the civil war and conflict in Al-Andalus. The strongest and largest taifa in this first period were the Taifa of Zaragoza, Taifa of Toledo, Taifa of Badajoz and the Taifa of Seville. The only taifa which conquered most of the weak neighbors was Taifa of Seville under the Abbasid dynasty ruler Al-Tagir al-Adna. This region includes the Centro and Lisboa region of Portugal and Extremadura region of Spain. Badajoz 1013–1022 1034–1094 1027–1034 1094 Lisbon 1022–1034 1034–1093 Algarve. This region includes the Alentejo and Algarve region of Portugal. Metola 1033–1044 1044–1091 Salté and Huelva 1012 1013–1051 1053 1051–1091 Santa Maria do Algarve 1018–1051 1051–1091 Silves 1027–1063 1063–1091 Al-Tagir al-Awsat. This region includes the Madrid region and the provinces of Toledo and Guadalajara of Spain. Toledo 1010–1031–1085 Al-Musata. This region only includes the provinces of Ciudad Real, Albacete and Cuenca of Spain. Al-Andalus. This region includes the autonomous region of Andalusia in Spain. Algeciras 1035 to 1058, Arcos 1011 to 1068, Carmona 1013 to 1091, Ceuta 1061 to 1084, Córdoba 1031 to 1091, Granada 1013 to 1090, Malaga 1026 to 1057, 1058, 1073 to 1090, Moron 1013 to 1066, Niebla 1023, 1024 to 1091, Ronda 1039, 1040 to 1065, Seville 1023 to 1091. Al-Tagrala. This region only includes the provinces of Teruel, Zaragoza and Tarragona of Spain. Albarracin 1011 to 1104, Alpuente 1009 to 1106, Rueda 1118 to 30, Tortosa 1039 to 1060, 1081, 1082 to 1092, Zaragoza 1018 to 1046, 1046 to 1110. Al-Xarq. This region includes the region of Valencia, Murcia and Balears. Almeria 1011 to 1091, Denia 1010, 1012 to 1076, Jericho 11th century, Lorca 1051 to 1091, Mallorca 1018 to 1203, Molina Minu 1100, Murcia 1011, 1012 to 1065. Murviedro and Sagunto 1086 to 1092, Segorbe 1065 to 1075, Valencia 1010, 1011 to 1094. Second period Almeria 1145 to 1147, Arcos 1143, Badajoz 1145 to 1150. Befara Navora 1114 to 1150, Carmona, dates and destiny uncertain or unknown. Constantina and Hornichuelos, dates and destiny uncertain or unknown. Granada 1145. Guadix and Barza 1145 to 1151, Ja'Aqten 1145 to 1159, 1168, Jerez 1145, Malaga 1145 to 1153, Metola 1144 to 1145, Murcia 1145, 1147 to 1172, Niebla 1145 to 1150, Urchena, dates and destiny uncertain or unknown. Ronda 1145, Santarem Minu 1147, Segura 1147, Silves 1144 to 1155, Tavira, dates and destiny uncertain or unknown. Tejada 1145 to 1150, Valencia 1145 to 1172. Third period Iona 1232 to 1244, Baeza 1224 to 1226, Ceuta 1233 to 1236, 1249 to 1305, Denia 1224 to 1227, Lorca 1240 to 1265, Menorca 1228 to 1287, Murcia 1228 to 1266, Niebla 1234 to 1262, Orihuela 1239 1240 to 1249 1250, Valencia 1228 1229 to 1238. Additionally, but not usually considered Taifas, are Granada 1237 to 1492, Las Alpujarras 1568 to 1571,